What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of House Flipper. As always, if you guys are enjoying this series, make sure you leave a like on the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. In the last episode, we were recreating Sicily for one Tony Maloney. I really loved that job. I thought the storyline of that thing was really cool, really funny. So today, we actually have 4 possible properties that we could work on, 2 of which are full-on houses. The other 2 are, well, one is an apartment building. The other is more like a high-rise type building. And you know what? I think I'm gonna go with the pitch perfect apartment today. So let's go ahead and read through this. Patrick thinks he has an exquisite style. If only he had a home that showcases it. Fortunately, the closed music school needed a rescue from being changed into a motel. Patrick didn't consider, though, that the rooms where kids used to practice their musical talents weren't exactly suited for living in. He looks for someone to change that without losing the interior's classy soul. Challenge accepted? Challenge accepted. At least for today anyways. So again, just to reiterate, this is also just so I don't forget, this is a former music school that was going to be turned into a motel, but now Patrick owns it. And I don't know, does that mean it's still gonna be a motel? We'll find out.
About you. Now what we have here, an old music school. Classy, but boring.
Really?
Let's bring a little more life into this place. Personally, I think your portfolio is legend.
He's heard about us.
That's why I
pretty
wanted
cool.
you to be the one who will work on this new apartment of mine. I want a king-size bed over there and an awesome wardrobe so I can suit up, as I always do. No offense, but I have way cooler things to do than hang out here with you.
Wow.
Let me know when this place stops being lame
Offense
and
taken.
starts being awesome instead.
Okay. Pitch perfect apartment. There we go, dude. Looking forward to seeing this thing. All right, dude, here we are, starting out in the foyer, the front entryway of this apartment. You know what? I think I mentioned this in the previous episode, but I thought it was funny how it seemed like we were always starting in the, like, garage area or the driveway area of these properties. And this one, we're actually starting in the inside of the building, just behind the front door, which is kind of interesting. But let's take a look around, see what we can learn about this property. I'm noticing a lot of trash, as is per usual with these houses so far. I can almost guarantee you, okay, you can take my word for it on this one. At the end of things, we're gonna be paid about, I don't know, 29,000 buckaroonies. Is this chair floating? This chair is totally floating, dude. Okay, possible haunting in this apartment as well. I think we're good to just pack up all our stuff and leave. No, but actually though, a lot of these chairs are like just frozen in time. This one's about to tip over, but not quite. And this one, for whatever reason, is like fully levitating off the ground. I don't actually know what this room would have been used for. Maybe like a performance area, I guess, for the music school. You can see we have a piano over here in the corner. So I'm thinking that all the other students would have been sitting over here listening to whomever bust out some sick riffs on the piano. Is that terminology that pianists use? I don't know. Let's make our way upstairs though. Cool staircase also, like the biggest staircase we've ever seen by far. Side note, this place has the tallest ceilings ever. It's gotta be like a 20-foot ceiling, maybe even higher, dude. That's pretty up there. But back up the staircase, we have a nice little chandelier greeting us at the top of this thing, and more trash, dude. More like old water bottles and like torn up cloths and tapestries and things. Kind of weird. Kind of getting some weird vibes. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was. Oh, never mind, there's another floor. Okay, so maybe 3 floors. Be really cool if this place had like roof access. Got a few violins in here, some broken glass. It's to be expected. This room's very elegant looking, for sure. Got another few possessed chairs, looks like. Whole bunch of cobwebs, bunch of dead plants in here. I wonder how long this place has actually been like vacant, you know, no longer serving as a school. Up to the next floor. This appears to be the last floor of the apartment, and this would have been maybe housing. Do schools have housing? I've never seen like a school only located to one apartment building, so I'm not sure if they would have housing included in that or not. But this appears to be a old bathroom. I have no idea how they would have opened any of these stall doors, dude. They're not popping open for us. Let's continue down the hall to the left. We got 2 more doors left in the upstairs of this property. Got a nice little acoustic guitar in here. This is an old desk area, maybe a study area, who knows? I haven't seen any, like, recording areas. I just would have figured that there's, like, maybe a recording studio type spot in here, but doesn't appear to be the case. Got another guitar over here. Actually, a few more guitars in here. Oh my god. If we can sell those, dude, we might actually get a pretty penny for... Nope, never mind. Okay, almost $4 for an acoustic guitar. Those are stupid cheap. We're gonna be changing a few windows. So I wonder what the exterior looks like, though, because we can't actually leave the building to look at that. But we'll make our way down to the main floor again, and you guys know the deal by now. We got to go through, clean up all the trash. That includes, on this property, throwing away a bunch of the old plants and things. And then rather than just having to clean dirt like we usually do, there are quite a few cobwebs in this place as well. So we're gonna get to cleaning. I'll see you guys here in a sec. All right, now that we've gone through and made sure that the entire property is nice and clean, it's becoming more and more apparent to me that this property doesn't really need all that much. I feel like if you just came through here and laid some new flooring in a few rooms, maybe repainted a few of the walls, it would honestly start to look really, really nice again. And, you know, additionally change out these windows and stuff. But let's head back down to the first floor here, and we'll get going on the next set of tasks. So it says we have 1 furniture renovation in here. We can also change the stairs, and then we have 6 windows that need changed out. I don't know if we should do that first or if we should go around and sell the objects. That kind of spooked me right there for whatever reason. Thought I was seeing some sort of apparition. What is it with House Flipper and me getting it confused with, like, scary games? There's only like 2 houses in this game in total that are supposed to be scary, and this definitely isn't one of them. Let's just kind of go down the list here. We'll start with the windows, and then we'll go into the furniture renovation. So all of these windows back here need changed out. This would be 8 windows, and it says we need to change 6. I also just changed the 1, and that number is still 0 out of 6. So is that just these front ones? They don't actually care about the rear of the apartment, the area facing what looks to be some sort of courtyard out there? Just don't care about this side, I guess. That's cool. We're gonna go through and change them anyways, because I'd feel bad if we didn't. Gotta jump to get these top 2. Whoop, there we go. Alrighty, sweet, dude. Well, there you guys have it. We got some new white woodwork windows back there, and then in the front, I'm sure this is just gonna be the same thing. Oh, come on. Oh god, dude, I don't want to buy a scaffolding. We should be able to just jump on this couch, but it's not actually letting us up on top of it. I don't know, maybe that's because it's a piece of furniture that needs renovated. There we go. Just try a different approach. Get that window, and the last 2 over here. One more big jump. Oh god. 3, 2, 1, go, and jump. You know what? Maybe I don't even need a jump. Let me just try to get that right up. Perfect. Easy. Okay, windows done. Now, furniture renovation, as we noticed, was this couch here. So let's see what we can do with this bad boy. I'm not really feeling the original fabric on this. Looks a little dated, and I don't think what's-his-nuts up here is really going to appreciate it. Is this an original Victorian couch? That would be wonderful. The dirt pattern on its upholstery, quite the contrary. It needs cleaning at least. All right, my guy, Mr. Pitch Perfect. We can help you out here. Okay, the couch cushion itself is now back to its original quality. However, we have to go through now and change the color of it. I don't really know if I want to necessarily. I would like to keep this as original as we possibly could. As Dude Bro up here said, it's a original Victorian couch. So probably shouldn't even really be refinishing this, honestly, but we are already here. And I think I'm gonna go with a white, since the cream, the original cream color, kind of just looks like maybe a faded or a very, very old white anyways. I think that's a good enough reason to do white over it again. Looking pretty good, looking pretty good. So we have 2 more little cushion sections on that. Those are, of course, gonna be the same white that we did for the main cushion here. But the wood, I really don't know what I want to do. Since we're trying to keep this original, maybe we'll go with a similar orangey brown stain if we can find something like that. I really don't see a painted wood looking good on this. Let's start with this front piece here, and we'll see what different stain options we have. Our first option here looks like it's a little bit more brown than the reddish brown that it was before. And then we have one other option that appears to be a little bit lighter in color. Let's see what that looks like. It's a little closer to the original, so I think that's what we're gonna roll with. And now with that front piece done, you can really see that they're pretty close in color. I think this is gonna look pretty nice. And just like that, we're all finished up with our first piece of furniture from this apartment. We're gonna exit the workshop. Now, I'm assuming that there's gonna be plenty more pieces of furniture for us to renovate with this place, but next we have the staircase to take care of. So the floor in here is like a darker brown, kind of like a gray brown almost. So I'm gonna see if we have any options that'll match that look a little bit. Honestly, right out the gate here, this is a pretty solid option. I don't really care for the natural beige base. I think I'd prefer a white base on that. And I think the black accents and details actually work pretty well. So we're gonna roll with this. We'll see how we like it. I don't love it with these columns, but I'm hoping we're gonna be doing something with those. Honestly, now that I look at it, these columns are beige, and the staircase probably would look better in beige. Let's at least see what it looks like first. Okay, so this is natural beige. It does match the pillars a lot more. We also have beige gray, which appears to be slightly darker. Let me get my flashlight out. Is it really? Yeah, it is kind of noticeable. You know what? Let's go with the beige gray, just because I feel like it complements those pillars really well, and by the looks of things, we're probably keeping them. Let's see if we have any similar tasks in the bathroom. We do not. Okay, so all we're left with down here then on the main floor is going to be selling all of these objects, doing the flooring, maybe changing the walls up a bit, and then of course buying all the new furniture pieces for this space. So with that being said, we're going to head upstairs, see if there's anything else that we can tackle before we jump into all that stuff. It says that we have a furniture renovation piece in here somewhere, but I don't remember. Oh, it's this. Okay, figures it'd be a piano. I was just gonna say, I don't remember seeing anything on our first few rounds around here, but we can tackle a piano. As you guys know, with pianos, I think we've done one of these once before. Don't fix what ain't broken. We're just gonna do a black and white grand piano type look on this. There she is, ladies and gents. I wasn't sure if there was actually a white paint after I had said that we were gonna do this up in just a black and white scheme, but I actually kind of like this. I was thinking at first we needed a little bit more white, but I like just the subtle little accents that we have here. But let's exit the workshop, head back to the actual property, see what it looks like in the space. I think it's all right. Wait, what is this? Is this a gramophone? Is it? Yes, dude. Oh, this is great. This is excellent. Now we have some background music in this room. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we have 6 windows up here that need changed out as well. Looks like it's gonna be these 4 back here, and then there's 2, or I guess this is the front of the property, isn't it? Then there's gonna be 2 back here. All right, and just like that, we are, I think, done for right now on this floor as well. So we're gonna make our way upstairs, see what we can tackle up there. Is this sconce, like, dead? Oh no, it's on. It doesn't even look like it's actually on. Let's see what we got up here. Nothing to do in this hallway. Let's check the first room here at the top of the stairs. This is gonna be changing 3 windows as well. Pretty easy. Wait, 3 or 4? Yo, make up your mind. If there's 4 windows, tell me you want all of them done. Executive decision, we're doing all 4 of them. Then all we're left with is selling objects in here. So we're gonna go to the next room. This is gonna be the bathroom. Just selling objects in there as well, okay. And this one, changing 2 windows, easy. And in the final room, just changing 2 more windows. All right, and now we're gonna go back down to the main floor, or the first floor. I'm gonna shut this music off. It's kind of creeping me out a little bit. But we're gonna go back down to the main floor, and we're gonna go through now and sell everything that they no longer want, which is probably gonna be everything except for the stuff that we've refinished. All right, we have officially managed to sell everything that the new owner didn't want to keep, and I did notice that I forgot to replace 2 windows. So now that we have that done, we're gonna go back down to the main floor, and we're gonna see what the next step is gonna be here. Obviously, we can buy all the different furniture objects and things, but I feel like there's some other stuff that we usually do that we're kind of missing. Like, I haven't seen anything where we need to change the walls or change the flooring in any of these rooms yet, so I'm gonna try all the smaller rooms, maybe? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so in here, we're gonna be painting the walls white, so we don't actually have a say in this, and then we're gonna be laying some marble brown floor tiles. I guess it'll probably look fine, but let's head upstairs and we'll just kind of go through, see if any orbs happen to pop up now that we're really making some big moves here. Oh, in this room we can also destroy the walls. Okay, that's something else that we can tackle. Let's head up 1 more floor. We'll see what else we got up here. A few walls to destroy up here as well. Looks like we're going to be painting a few rooms, laying some wall tiles in the bathroom. Probably a good thing. This thing definitely needs some new tile, for sure. So since we're already up here, let's just get started on the demolition, dude. We'll break out our trusty, handy-dandy sledgehammer. We'll start knocking out these walls. So it's just those three old existing columns, and then just what, 3? Yeah, it looks like only 3 walls over here. So this is going to be a closet, I'm assuming, because I think closet doors are the only ones that are actually that narrow. I could be wrong on that. Maybe there's some new ones I haven't seen just yet, but we're going to be doing 3 lintels just at the top of that. And that's all the changes that they wanted up here. So let's move on to the next floor. This is going to be the 2nd floor now of the apartment. And all of this has to get destroyed. So we're going to get after it. This always kind of blows my mind, dude. Every time we, destroy or demolish a wall, if there's a light switch on it, the light switch just falls to the ground. And then we aren't able to actually get rid of it. We basically just have to move it to a different place. So do we have an existing one at the top of the stairs? Doesn't look like it. This is probably a good spot for a light switch, so we'll just leave that right there. Now we're gonna head downstairs to the main floor, see if we have any walls to demolish down here. I don't think so. So next, we're gonna go through each and every room that we actually have to change the walls and the flooring in, and we're gonna make that happen.
A few moments later.
Dude, can anyone tell me when the last time it was that we actually had to use plaster? I feel like it's been so long. Like, ages. Seriously, I got to this side of the room and I was like, uh-oh, I can't paint anymore. What do I do? Completely forgot that plaster was even a thing. So let's see if we at least remember how to use it. There we go. There's one done. Now we just got to come over here, do the same thing on that side. Perfect. Thankfully, this was the only spot in the house that we actually had to use the plaster, but now we're left with a decision to be made in this space. You guys can see that all the other walls around us are just painted in a plain white, and the owner would like us to add these NYX snowy marble wall tiles, these ones right here. I did already pre-select them to the half section wall tiles instead of just the whole wall, but he wants us to use 25 of these bad boy billies, and I just really don't see where we could possibly put 25 of these at. So I think for the time being, what I'm gonna do is actually just paint over this plaster now that we can do that, and when we come back into this room to actually configure all the furniture and things, then I'll figure out where I actually want to put the tile. But for right now, dude, I just can't decide. It's too difficult. Okay, now that we've got all of the painting complete, we've gone around and changed all the flooring for any of the rooms that they actually wanted different flooring. I think we're ready to go through and actually purchase all of the new furniture. So we're gonna start down here on the main floor bathroom, and I will see you guys here in just a few minutes. All right, gamers, who is ready to see Sicily? I'm just kidding, that was the last episode. But you guys will quickly find out that this house is or I should say apartment. This apartment is very elegant, minus the interior walls around the doors and windows and stuff. I didn't notice that until just now, but that looks god awful. Anyways, as you guys will look around, this space is very, very luxurious, very elegant. He surprisingly had us keep a lot of the original furniture in this front entry room right here, and I don't hate it. I actually kind of like the couch a lot more now, just because I'm able to see it sort of matching with other pieces of furniture that already existed in the house, like this little table thing over here with drawers and stuff. But I also didn't realize how much of an art buff this guy appears to be. I mean, he just wanted art everywhere, and a lot of the time I couldn't even really find a good spot to put any of it. Speaking of which, kind of brings us to this bar area. He really wanted to add this bar top in here, and I just couldn't figure out where we were supposed to put it. Originally, I had it over here, sort of acting as like a peninsula of sorts, but then he asked us to put in this cabinet, so I had no other place to put it except for right here, so I moved the bar underneath the staircase, and I think it actually works pretty well. We do also have only one bottle of booze at the bar, which makes me think it's more so just a for show thing, not really supposed to be a full-on bar. I'm starting to get the feeling that all luxury really means is expensive and doesn't really look all that great. Like, I always like to match my artwork coloring, you know? I like to have a color scheme for just about everything in a room, and these two artworks here definitely don't match. Could I move this other artwork that actually does match into this room to make it look a little bit better? Sure. but that takes more time, and I didn't want to take any more time on this one. But let's move into the bathroom, because this actually turned out pretty nice. It's really, really simple, and then upstairs you guys will notice the bathrooms are kind of strange. So this one downstairs does have a toilet. It also has a sink and a very, very large mirror. This is what they call a half bath. There is no shower, there is no bathtub, and we won't have another bathroom until we get up to the 3rd floor. But right now we're taking a look at the 2nd floor. Just behind us on that back staircase wall, we do have a couple more paintings. Of course, these at least I was able to match to the same color scheme, so I feel like that looks pretty solid. And they also sort of pull a few accent colors from really the whole rest of this floor, which honestly works out pretty nice. The kitchen, as all kitchens kind of go for me, took a bit of time to actually figure out. Originally, I was going to do a U-shaped kitchen, sort of using this window wall over here as the backside of our U. But then when you come up the stairs, you were just kind of met with a solid wall, like a line of cabinets right here. So you'd have to go all the way around, and then this would sort of be your working space in the kitchen. And it just kind of felt like a maze, a little bit too much like a maze, but without any walls. And then at the end, I totally forgot that we had to add some tile into this room. Originally, I was planning on doing it just kind of behind the fireplace, trying to make the fireplace look a little bit more elegant, make it stand out, really pop quite a bit more. And then I had a change of heart last minute, and I decided to use it as a backsplash in the kitchen, just because the kitchen itself is so long. I thought it would add a little bit something extra to that. And if you're wondering why the chair right here isn't pushed into the table, there's a leg right here. And no matter how I rotated the table around, since it only has 3 legs and we needed 4 chairs, there's just no way for me to actually push all 4 of the chairs underneath the table, which is again why this one is just kind of left out, sort of singled out. Now this is going to be like the 3rd living space for this apartment, which I find is very, very strange. That's another thing that luxury seems to mean, is just a ton of different rooms to only sit in. They have no other purpose other than they just have chairs or couches, and you would sit or relax in those spaces. Downstairs, we have just a single couch over in this room. We also have 2 little armchairs over here. And then next, we now have a more so full-on living space up on the 2nd floor. So I'm just not really sure why they have so many seating areas, but that's just something that I've sort of noticed after doing quite a few of these houses now. Speaking of this living room, it's pretty straightforward. It's kind of boring. There's not really a lot happening in here. And again, this is another property that they did not want a TV. What is wrong with people, dude? What do you guys do? This dude's probably just sitting up here with this other booze bottle, just pounding them down, listening to his gramophone. I mean, who knows what this guy's really up to? We're not gonna listen to that again. That was horrible. And then up against this back wall, we just have some other paintings. This one kind of reminds me of like an American breakfast type of thing. I'm seeing some bacon, maybe a big pineapple ring. I'm not really sure what this U up here could be. Possibly an onion and a big blueberry. This one, I have no idea what it's supposed to be or what it's supposed to look like. I'm not as much of an art buff as this guy appears to be, but we're gonna head up to the 3rd floor now. This is the final floor for this apartment building. In this room here, this is actually the master bedroom. What I originally thought was gonna be an entrance into the closet was actually just a secondary entrance into the upstairs bathroom. Now again, the reason why the bathrooms in this place are a little weird is because we have a half bath on the 1st floor, no bathroom on the 2nd floor. On the top floor, this being the 3rd floor, we have everything except for a toilet. So if you have to go to the bathroom late at night, you got to go down 2 flights of stairs. Keep in mind, this other one is like super big. It's like doubly as big as all the other staircases. Additionally, if you were on the 1st floor and you needed to take a shower or whatever, you'd have to go all the way up 2 more flights of stairs just to get up to the upstairs bathroom so you could shake a tower up here. So for that reason, the bathrooms in this apartment are just a little weird in my opinion. But even though this space doesn't include a toilet, I think this is actually my favorite room in the house. The reason I feel like this is the room I gravitate towards the most is because I think it's the closest representation to what I would personally do if this apartment belonged to us. And the main reason for that is honestly just the subway tile. Big sucker for subway tile for whatever reason. The master bedroom's a bit weird. I don't know if he has like this odd obsession with herrings, but there's quite a few. Or is it heron? The game is saying that it's heron. I've always heard herring. Or is herring the fish and a heron is the bird that would potentially eat the fish? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Got a pretty decent looking rug in here. What else we got in the master bedroom? Nice little changing area, sort of a wardrobe-esque area. Kind of a closet without an actual walk-in or door to it. Moving down the hallway, we have the bathroom, the other entrance to the bathroom on our left. To the right of that, this is going to be his office. He has a full maple system, looking pretty good over here. They did want us to also leave the guitar, so I didn't even touch that. I just left it exactly how it was before. We have a few more art pieces in here. Again, not exactly like a cohesive theme to these artworks. They're all sort of different color schemes and different styles, so I personally wouldn't have chosen any of these works to be put on display in the office, but it's not our office at the end of the day, and the last room in this apartment is a kid's room. He didn't even mention to us at any point that he had maybe multiple kids, maybe just one kid, but it's, you know, your stereotypical kid's room. I did put the rocking horse back in the corner just because when you put it in, it moves like that, and it was really weirding me out. So I was just trying to like shove it in the corner as far as I could just to keep it out of sight, out of mind. And we haven't done stripes in a long time. And since he wanted two colors in the room, I thought rather than doing like a corner of the room blue and the opposite corner white, we would mix it up a little bit, do some stripes. Got a nice cedar bunk bed over here and a little cedar sitting area, as if this apartment doesn't have enough areas to actually just sit in. And then I think this is supposed to be a laundry basket, but it looks like it might have like an old comforter or some sheets in it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of our little tour here. I don't know if I should go through this property and try to get a photo of things myself, or if we should just trust the before and after pictures. I think I'll at least try. Worst case, I don't use whatever I take. But this place is so dark, and I just don't think that I have a favorite room apart from the bathroom in here. Actually, you know what? This could work. Just something simple like this. Again, though, the place is so dark. Like, I'm gonna really have to lighten everything up in post, but I feel like that'll be a good shot nonetheless. So, ladies and gentlemen, oh, I gotta turn back my HUD on. Turn back my HUD on. Turn on my HUD back. Turn my
Many minutes later.
Turn on my HUD back on. Turn my HUD back on. Wow, dude, my brain just completely broke right there with one sentence. That is all it took. Let's go ahead and complete the job again. As I predicted at the beginning of things, we're only making 29,000 buckaroonies on this job. But you know what? Not a huge deal. Some money is better than no money. There we go. That's a good transition there from the previous bathroom with the multiple stalls. I can appreciate that. Second floor also turned out pretty nice. Glad we were able to figure out that kitchen. Yeah, see, dude, had I just hoped that the before and after pictures were good enough, we would have been left with a terrible photo from that house. So, pretty glad we went around and grabbed a few of those. And now that we're back at home, that is, of course, where we're going to wind things down at for today. But once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.